All right, let's talk about one of the most legendary, most breathtaking train journeys on the entire planet. We're diving into that epic 7-hour ride right through the heart of Sri Lanka's hill country, all the way from Kandy to Ella. It's a trip that's on pretty much everyone's bucket list, and for very good reason.
And that's really how people talk about it. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B. Nope. It's this slow, almost magical glide through landscapes that honestly feel unreal. That famous blue train? Yeah, it's an icon for a reason.
So what is the big deal? What makes this 7-hour ride a trip of a lifetime? Is it the history? The crazy beautiful views? The whole vibe you get on the train? Well, spoiler alert, it's all of that. Plus a few surprises you might not expect. We're going to break it all down for you.
Okay, first up, let's get into the history here. Because this incredible railway, it wasn't originally built for tourists like us, hanging out of doorways, taking photos. It had a way more practical and, yeah, commercial reason for existing. And this timeline really shows you how much things have changed. I mean, it was built by the British way back in 1865 for one reason and one reason only: to get tea out of the highlands. But today, its main cargo isn't tea anymore. It's people. Travelers from all over the world chasing those epic views. All right, so let's shift gears and get practical. You want to go on this trip, right? Well, getting a seat isn't always a walk in the park. But trust me, a little bit of planning makes all the difference. Let's look at your options.
So the first big decision is what kind of vibe you're going for. You've got the regular blue train. That's the real deal local experience. It's super cheap, but man, those tickets vanish instantly. Then you have the Odyssey train. It's pricier, yeah, sometimes up to 5 times more, but it's built for tourists. That means it's easier to get tickets, and they even stop at the best spots for photos.
Okay, now for the great class debate. First class sounds fancy, and it has AC, but here's the killer detail. The windows are sealed shut. No way! Third class is, well, it's basic, and that's why pretty much everyone says second class is the sweet spot. You get the comfy seats, but, and this is key, you get those huge windows that open all the way up. That's how you get the breeze, the smells, and yeah, those iconic photos.
So here are the pro tips you absolutely need to know. For a reserved seat, you have to be online exactly 30 days in advance. I mean, to the minute. If you miss that window, your other option is an unreserved ticket, but just be ready because you'll probably be standing or sitting on the floor for a big chunk of that 7-hour ride. All right, you've got your ticket. Awesome. So what's it really like on the train? Well, you got to remember, this is all about the old school rustic charm. This is not a high-speed luxury train. Yeah, let's manage those expectations right now. There's no Wi-Fi, no power outlets, so definitely bring a power bank. The tray tables are kind of flimsy, and the toilets, let's just call them rustic. See, this trip is all about disconnecting and just being present with what's outside your window.
But what you lose in modern comforts, you gain in a totally different kind of thrill. I'm talking about the open doorways. It's the signature move of this trip, right? People carefully sitting there, feet dangling out, just feeling completely immersed in the scenery rushing by. You just don't get that on most trains.
Now, I gotta warn you, the boarding process can be, well, it's often called absolute chaos. Everyone's rushing to get on and find their seat. But here's the crazy part. The second that train starts moving and everyone's settled in, this amazing calm just takes over. It's peaceful for the rest of the ride. And this is why you're here. This is what it's all about. The train moves so slowly. It gives you all the time in the world to just soak in these jaw-dropping landscapes as you climb higher and higher into the mountains. Just to give you an idea of how high we're talking, the train climbs all the way up to 1,898 meters. That's over 6,200 feet. Up there, you are literally in the clouds. It's misty, it's magical, it's a whole different world. The journey really happens in stages. First, you leave the hustle and bustle of Kandy behind. Then, bam, you're in tea country. Just endless rolling hills of the most vibrant green you've ever seen. After you hit that cloudy summit, it's all about the slow, winding descent into the gorgeous valleys around Ella. Okay, listen up. This is a super important pro tip. For the first part of the ride, from Kandy to a station called Nanuoya, you want to be on the right side of the train. Got it? Then, for the second half to Ella, switch over to the left side for the best views. Oh, and layer up. The weather can change from hot and sunny to cold and misty just like that as you climb. So it's not just about the tea fields and mountains. The railway itself is just packed with these incredible engineering marvels. I mean, they've become just as famous as the views. And the big one, the one everyone is waiting for, is the Nine-Arch Bridge. Seriously, it's the crown jewel of the whole trip, the absolute star of the show. What's just mind-blowing about this bridge is how it was built. We're talking in 1919, and this massive thing was put together with zero steel. Nothing. Just stone, brick, and cement. So when you see that blue train slowly making its way across those 9 arches, yeah, that's the money shot. That's the moment.
Now, most people hop off the train at Ella, but if you stay on for just one more stop, all the way to the end of the line in Badula, you get to see something really special. A true piece of living history from the golden age of trains.
What am I talking about? A turntable. See, back in the day, steam engines couldn't just go in reverse easily, so they needed a way to literally turn the whole engine around. It's this giant rotating platform. They're incredibly rare now, but guess what? They've still got one here. And the process is just so cool and low-tech. The huge engine rolls onto the platform, a guy unlocks it with a simple lever, and then get this. A single person manually pushes the whole thing, rotating this massive engine 180 degrees. It's incredible. A piece of history that's still working just like it did 100 years ago. So when you put it all together, the history, the insane scenery, the cool engineering, it's just an unforgettable trip. And after you look at all the options, the verdict is pretty much unanimous. If you want that perfect combo of amazing views, fresh air, and a comfy seat, second class is absolutely the way to go. So, the big question, is this the world's most beautiful train ride? You know, with that mix of old world history, scenery that just makes your jaw drop, and that real sense of adventure, you can see why so many people say yes. After everything we've just talked about, it definitely makes a heck of a case, don't you think?